I once told a joke on the telly that got 147 complaints. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still not sorry. And it was great. I was like, this must be what Jimmy Carr feels like every day. About 3.5 years ago, when a huge news story hit the UK when an old woman put a cat in a bin. Do you remember this story? And the country went mental. We were like, oh no, you can't do that. Most people were really angry. Some people were just angry because she put it in the wrong bin. That was what got there and go, it goes in the brown one, you daft bastard. Like, some people were just angry at that. But everyone else was angry at the cruelty of it. Now, at the time, I was presenting the One Show, right? And if you've ever seen the One Show where you've been at your nana's, you will know that they love animals in the Second World War. They love it, right? And there's millions of videos just stacked up waiting to get used. And we're sat there, right? And we thought, why don't we do something about the woman who put the cat in the bin? Why don't we send our animal expert up to Coventry, where the cat lives, and he can meet its family? And obviously it's human family. That'd be a bit surreal, like, meow, 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 and meow, 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 meow. That'd be a bit weird. So we thought, oh, the animal expert can go and have a day with the cat, and we can film it, and it'll just be lovely, and he'll give it nice food, and treat it nice, and groom it in the original meaning of the word to groom. And that's changed, hasn't it? That's changed. But more importantly, we thought it was going to be 4 minutes long. And that's very important, That's very important. On a live show, things need to hit the times, you know what I mean? But it wasn't as interesting as we thought. So it ended up being 2 minutes, and they came back to the studio early. We got an earpiece, and the producer said, you need to fill for 2 minutes. And you think, well, you're a comedian, you should be able to talk bollocks for 2 minutes. And of course I can, but this is 7 o'clock BBC One, so it comes with its own set of guidelines, you know. So this is what I said, right? I was trying to be dead serious, like proper presenter. I said, well, Alex, I thought it was horrendous, actually. One of the worst things I've ever seen a human do to an animal. What an awful ordeal that cat's been put through. Did you just sneeze or fart then? That freaked me out. Every time I hear a sneeze now, I think, oh, you dirty bastard. I think, no, rewind my brain. I said, I thought it was one of the worst things I've ever seen a human do to an animal. What a nasty, vindictive thing to do, and what a terrible ordeal that cat's been put through. I've seen the footage 3 or 4 times now, and every time I see it, I just feel sadness, deep sadness. But I showed it to the dog. He thought it was hilarious. Now, 147 people complained about that. Oh my God, he's done a joke about a cat. And after the show, they got us in a room, all the producers. They said, look, we need to chat to you. I said, what? They said, we need to talk about something. We've had 147 complaints. I said, what for? He said, that joke you did about the cat. I said, what are you on about? He said, we need to apologise tomorrow. I said, no way, I'm not apologising. He said, you need to. I said, I'm not doing it. What do these people think, that my dog's got access to YouTube? What, do you think he's getting his mates round? Yeah, Benji, Rex, have a look at this, man. You will wag your tail like a bastard when you see it in. My God. Who are these people? Said, you need to apologise. I said, I'm not doing it. They said, 147 complaints. I said, 4.5 million people watch this show. I take that as a win, right? You can't start pandering to those 147 people, otherwise you'll start making television for dickheads, and that is what ITV2's for. He said, you need to apologise tomorrow. I said, I'm not doing it. Went to the next boss. He said, you need to apologise tomorrow. I said, I'm not doing it. Went to the next boss. You need to apologise tomorrow. I said, I'm not doing it. Went to the next boss. You need to apologise tomorrow. I'm not doing it. Went to the next boss. I was like, how many bosses are here at the BBC? This is ridiculous. I felt like Super Mario. It was like the boss at the end of every level. I was like, what's going on? But in the end, like anyone, you just want an easy life, don't you? So you think, all right, yeah, I'll apologise tomorrow. I'm not bothered, not that bothered. So I sat on the couch the next day, and they said, oh, should we put it on the auto cue? I said, no, I've got it up here. The show starts, the music finishes. I said, welcome to the One Show. This is Alex. She said, this is Jason. I said, before we start today's show and speak to today's guest, yesterday we covered a story about a woman who put a cat in a bin. And I thought, like you, it was one of the most horrendous things I'd ever seen a human do to an animal. But I would like to apologise on behalf of my dog, who thought it was hilarious. Yeah, that covers it, doesn't it? Yeah. I have punished him, though. I said he's actually in a wheelie bin at home now, so he likes it. 850 complaints! You can't win with these people. My parents have been together 35 years now, and they got together very young, actually. My mum was young. My mum was 16, and my dad was 24. There was an eight-year age gap. And now my mum's got to an age where she's starting to lie about her age. She's starting to take 2 or 3 years off it. And some women do this. They're trying to make themselves out to be younger than they are. And my dad had to take her to one side. He went, listen, love, you can't do this. I'm on dodgy territory as it is, and... You take 3 years off your life, I'm going to get a phone call off the Jimmy Savile police. Like, I don't need it, My mum will be in a mood with my dad if he did something to annoy her in her dreams. In her dreams! He'll wake up already in trouble. Just blinking awake, she'll be sat over him. All right, think you're funny, dear. What? What have they done? Riding around on the elephant with Robbie Williams and that blonde, yeah? Well, I carried all the shopping with me one arm and me flipper. What are you on about? Why do people do it? Why did they tell you the dreams? My brother does it all the time. Oh, Jay, I had a dream last night. You were there, but it wasn't you. And, like you were at your house, but it wasn't your house. I think, I don't even give a shit about your real life, if I'm honest. I don't mind the stuff you've made up in your sleep. She's terrible at technology as well. She'll text you, like, in the middle of the day, ring me. All in capitals, like, ring me. And you ring her back straight away, don't you? Because it's your mum and you love her and you want to know what's going on. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Welcome to the O2 voicemail. I think, well, how can that have happened? Well, she's just had it in her hand. I've seen her move. She doesn't move that fast. The only explanation is she's gone, ring me, send. That'll do his head in for half an hour, that. I'm sure that's what they live for sometimes. And they do me head in, but I keep them around because they're good with the kids. And... Oh, they are good. I've got 3 little girls. Who's got kids? Give us a cheer if you've got kids. Yeah, somebody is there. Has anyone... I've got twins. Has anyone got twins? A few of you there. You got twins there? Yeah, lovely. How old are your twins? 5, lovely, man, of 4. So you're at the same age as, roughly the same age as me, where you've started to hate people with 1 kid, haven't you? You got to that point? Yeah, you see him in the park. You're there with your spare hand, yeah? Oh, God, right. Piece of piss. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? Why are children getting up so early, and why is no scientist trying to fix that shit? That's what's doing my head in. That's the one question I ask myself every morning, 6:15. Daddy, daddy, daddy. Look, it's 6:15. I don't love you till 8, all right? I mean 8 a.m, not the age of 8, that'd be harsh. 4 more years, you get a cuddle. So, now before the show, I asked you guys to write down your own first world problems, and I've got them here. Obviously, I can't read them all out. I've had to forward some of them onto the police. There's some proper nutters in this room. Okay, let's have a little look through some of these. If you hear your name, do give yourself a cheer. That's always good. Some people are just horrible as well. That's what I like. Richard, old people being allowed to go to the supermarket on a weekend. You nasty get. Horrible. When my boyfriend has a poo and doesn't clean the toilet, he claims, I'll come back and piss it off later. This is a sweet one. When I share chocolate or sweets and people accept, inside it makes me hate them. Adam Corner on row H, seat 21. Adam says, when people squeeze the toothpaste tube from the top. Yes, Adam. Finally, someone dealing with the issues, my friend. Good lad. Walking into a spider's web and turning into a ninja. Is that you? What's your name, my love? What's your name? Stacey, right. You're wandering along. Just because some people don't get it, that's all. Walking along, Stace, and you walk into a spider's web, Stace, and then you turn into a ninja. Let's have a look. One. Yes, Stacey! I love it! Love Love it, fair play. Well, this made me laugh. Breastfeeding your child in public and forgetting to put your tit back in. I love it! Who wrote that? Where are you? Are you on the end there? God bless you. Right, stand up. What? No, it's a 15. It's a 15 certificate. We don't want any of that. This is a classy one. Waking up with a random and can't find your knickers. Lovely. Lovely. I love Liverpool. I really do. I love it. Who wrote that one? You, sir. I love it. That was him in the blue shirt there, saying me. Give him his moment, because that was good timing. Look at me and say me again. Good lad, that's how that works. Fucking losing a joke just because he wasn't there in time. Fuck that. We all know it happened, that's the main thing. Helen G5. Helen, I love this. This is brilliant. Only having 20 minutes to get over to Lime Street to buy some wine at Marks and Spencer's. Is that what you did in the interval? Well, not paying these prices, I'm off out. I love it, well played. That's legendary, isn't it? This is Mikey Ferguson on D47. Where are you, Mikey? He's over there. He's over there. That's Mikey in the red tie there. Mikey says, I look a bit like Michael McIntyre. People get disappointed when it's not him. It's just me. Just stand up and come out here, my friend. I love it. Come right up here. I want you to come right up. Mikey, just cut right across there. Just come right through. We'll do a McIntyre. Look, he's gone for it. He's gone for it. I love it. I'm back again, Mikey. This is your moment. What a legend. 2,500 people, not bothered. Love it. Good lad. Have a sit down, Mike. That's funny. I've done this before. Jen on seat 19, no row. Jen's just seat 19. Jen says, when you're on your phone and you start looking for your phone, but then you realise you're on your phone. I can't find my phone, I don't know where it is. I like that one. This person thinks I'm an idiot. So I've left this one in. When people don't indicate, and then in brackets they put, when driving. So, thanks. Oh dear. Siobhan, this is quite a female-specific one. This will leave every bloke going, I don't know what's happened here. The awkward moments when it's silent in the toilets, in the girls' toilets, and you're wondering who is going to wee first. Is that what you think? Why? What are you doing? That was literally a female-only laugh there. Every bloke was going, oh, brilliant, just add something else I don't know about them, nice one. What are you doing? Just sat there, just like crossing your legs like that. Tinkle, tinkle. Just... We will never get to the bottom of that, we really will. Dave, this made me laugh. Dave said this. This is the most boring one I've ever had, by the way, Dave. It's so boring. I nearly didn't put it in, but then at the end it made me laugh so much. I don't know how you've done it, but Dave's gone through boring and then found funny just at the bottom. Amazing. I've lived in the house for 10 years and I still don't know which switch is for what lights on the double switch. Why is that funny? I don't know, but boring, but brilliant. We got some posh people in. Give us a cheer for the posh people. A few people in here are posh. This is the poshest one I've ever had. In 70 shows, this is the poshest one we've had. In fact, if you've had a similar upbringing to me, this first couple of words will be the poshest thing you've ever heard. Wait for this. The Tupperware drawer. The Tupperware drawer. Who do you think you are? The Tupperware drawer. The Tupperware drawer is full of 30 lids, but only 3 ruddy tubs. It's a bloody nightmare, isn't it? What I like is the difference in the people in this room. We've got a proper posho, Tupperware, and then we sink right to this. When you need a shit just after you've had a shower. Like, how are those 2 people at the same show? Unbelievable. When the dog farts and it burns your eyes. And this one is the worst one I've ever had. This is horrendous. If you're with your parents, I can only apologise, right? This just says the letter T in a kiss. There's no seat number on this, and rightly so. Okay, here we go. This is horrible. You ready? Well, let's do it democratically. Who wants to hear this, even though I think, personally, it's the most offensive one I've ever had? Do you want to hear it? OK. That's how democracy works. And who doesn't want to hear it? OK, just one bloke. No, I don't. OK, here we go. Having to take the batteries out of the kids' toys for your vibrator. What? That is horrendous. I showed it to my tour manager Gordon down the way out, right? He actually did this, like a cartoon, he went. I said, is that the worst one we've ever had? He went, it is, yeah, but at least it's not the other way around. I was like, oh! How have you made that worse? Now, a lot of you wrote this similar one, right? And you'll think, when I'm reading it, you'll think, oh, that's me. But this person added something extra on the end that nobody else did. Sitting on the toilet, having a poo, then you notice there's no toilet roll, and you've got no socks on. That's rank, isn't it? That is rank. There's people from the world going, I don't know what this show's become. This is not what I signed up for. When you wake up and you think your partner's pissed to bed, but he's just a sweaty bastard. Please tell me who wrote that. There'll be a woman sat there like that, dead smug like that. I wonder who that could be, Martin. Hey? When your wax strip runs out and you've still got another bollock to do. Oh, horrible. Dear God. That's Mary from Runcorn, that. Hey! I might have added that bit. Andy from Liverpool, just on a rant, no commas, full stops, all in capitals, just nothing. He's just happy someone's talking to him. I love it. What winds me up is Warburton's bread that won't fit in the toaster, so you got to turn it around halfway through just to get a decent piece of toast. Been angry, Andy. Fair play to Andy. Joanne, my first world problem is people who pick up dog poo in a bag and then hang it up on a tree like a Christmas decoration. Mancunian accent's a great one as well. The Mancunian accent, like, sometimes it sounds, when it's a really strong Mancunian accent, sometimes it's so strong it sounds like it's hurting to get out of their face. Like, probably like, nah. It's like some out of Walking Dead. So weird. I love it when a scally gets a proper job. That's always funny. You know, when they get jobs somewhere where they have to work with people, because they're not used to getting jobs, you know what I mean? They're not used to being nice to people. But one of them has got a job in our local bank, and every so often I just pop in. I don't even have to go in. I just do it because he works there. And he's not happy at all. He's sat in this back room just sweating in his dad's suit, like. And I went in right in the middle of summer, right in the middle of the heat wave. And I've gone in and he's sat there and he's struggling with phrases he's never used before. You know, it's like, all right, Mr. Manford, good morning. Like, he's never said it. He's never been up. Good morning. How are you today? Anyway, I went in and we weren't alone. It was me, a scally, and a bumblebee. Just the three of us. And the bumblebee just flying around, doing his head right in. As it's going around, he's trying to concentrate and talk to me. He says, all right, Mr. Manford, I thought today we could talk about your ISA. I notice it's currently at 3.2%, but I notice there's only like 400 quid in there. I thought what you could do is transfer some money out of your daughter's savings account, and then and then maybe like at the end of the calendar year, move it back over again, right? I thought, Now this went on for about 20 minutes, right? I wasn't even listening to what he was saying. I was just transfixed, just watching this battle of equals, right? And then, after another 10 minutes, in the middle of a sentence, this amazing thing happened. In the middle of a sentence, he went, so, Mr. Manford, why don't we have another little chat maybe in like February or March? Maybe come back into the office, come and see me, I'll be here. I thought today's meeting went very well. And I thought, oh, you fucking dickhead, right? And just in the middle of a meeting in a bank, a grown man called an insect a fucking dickhead. And he caught himself as well. He realised, he went, oh, I am so sorry, Mr. Manford. I can only apologise for the outburst on behalf of me and of the bank. The manager, Steve, is just outside if you wanted to make a complaint. But just before you do that, in my defence, you haven't been here, and he's been a fucking dickhead all morning. I love that guy. We have the Mancunian walk as well. We have this sort of weird, like, I don't think you've quite adopted this over here. You've got your own way, I'm sure. The Mancunian walk's like this weird, like the Gallaghers do it, like Ian Brown from the Stone Roses. Like, I don't know why it is, like they're always at a festival, or the hips aren't aligned, or whatever. I don't know what it is. All right, mate, all right. It's weird. And I thought for years, what's it for? Like, I got rid of mine, you know what I mean? Like, but what's it for? Why is it there? And then I read an article a little while back, and it said 22% of the SAS are from the Northwest. 22%, that's quite a high proportion of the world's elite fighting force are from the northwest of England. And then it dawned on me, of course, it's all down to that walk. I'm no expert at the military, but I imagine if someone's shooting at you, right? That's quite the evasive technique all of a sudden, isn't it? Like, try and shoot me now, you Taliban knobhead. Could be. I don't know. I don't even know if you're allowed to say Taliban knobhead, to be honest. I've not checked that. Hope that gets passed Ofcom. Be all right. Is there any in? Find out now. Yeah. I've actually just been over to Afghanistan, did some gigs in Camp Bastion. Went to do some gigs in Camp Bastion for a week. Yeah, it was great. And did a full week there. Did 3 or 4 shows, and right in the middle of August, middle of summer, that's the best time to go. Yeah. My God, I'm still hot now. Jeez. Actually, have we got anybody in the military in the room? Yeah, a couple over there. Good stuff. Have you been out to Bastion, sir? Yeah. You've been out to Bastion. They've got a KFC out there, haven't they? Yeah. They've got a KFC. A KFC. I swear to God, I was 3 days in, I saw it in the distance. I thought it was a mirage. Like, just a colonel. I could hear his voice. Hey there, Jason, you want some chicken? I'm like, oh, yes, I do. I went to go in. I was desperate for some nice food. I went in, and the squaddy stopped me before I went in there. He went, don't eat in there, mate. I thought, what are you on about? It's KFC. Known the world over. He went, have you seen any fucking chickens around here? What are you doing in there? So odd. I was so scared, though. I must say, I was really scared about going over. As you would be, you know. I've done gigs for the military before, been to the Falklands and different sort of places, but no one's shooting at you there. There's only penguins, you know what I mean? So Afghanistan was slightly different, and I was nervous, but I was trying not to show it. I was trying to be cool about it, because my friends and family, they were a bit nervous for me. I was trying to be cool. But then I started getting these emails from the Ministry of Defence, and that started to worry me even more. They were asking me questions I've never been asked before. And you do get asked questions before any gig, even before this one. You know, what time you arrive in, how long's your interval, when are you leaving, do you need a parking space? Normal questions that I've been asked for 15 years doing the job. I was getting questions like this. Dear Mr. Manford, we're looking forward to welcoming you to Camp Bastion. Just a quick question. What's your blood type? What's your body armour size? That was another one. I was like, who knows what the body armour size is? I said, my larger Asda George, if that's any help. What's your helmet size? I don't think they're expecting that answer, to be fair. Can't see a grown man with a question with the word helmet in. Give over. Before I went out, I thought, I better sit my mum down and just tell her that I've got these gigs coming up, because she'll only worry. And I sat her down and I said, listen, Mum, I need to tell you about these gigs. But you know when somebody sets you up with a joke, and even though it's the wrong time and place to tell it, completely inappropriate, you just can't help it, just there, set up right in front of you. And I said, Mum, I've got these gigs coming up I need to tell you about. She said, what? Already worried, I could see it on her face. I said, I've got some gigs in Afghanistan. Straight away, little tear in her eye. What, for the troops? I'm not proud of it. I said, no, it's for Al-Qaeda, Mum, it's for Al-Qaeda. Yeah. They love me over there, they really do. I like their Norman wisdom, they just love me, I don't know what's happened. But, yeah, they love me. Someone just snuck my last DVD in there, you know, it just goes from cave to cave every night, like, you know. Someone just rang up my agent, just bought me, get me Jason Manford right now. Love that funny bastard, eh? That's how one guy spoke. Just one guy, not all of them spoke like that, because that'd be racist. But one guy spoke exactly like that, and you can't verify that. So, take my word for it, I was there. That's how he spoke. So, he's dead now as well, so you can't never be able to tell. And that is how you get away with doing accents from around the world. Got a Chinaman later on in the second half, you like it? Just one of them though, not all billion of them, that'd be wrong.